After my previous video about Google New Student Offer, I decided to do a follow-up video. And before we get into this particular one, I need to clarify something important. After posting, I went back to do more research, and of course, I discovered that Google AI Plus and Google AI Pro are not the same plan. They are different. And this is important because when Google announced the back to school offer, a lot of people, including me at first, focused on the fact that students could get 1 year free access to Google AI's plan. But depending on your country and eligibility, the plan offered may not be the same as Google AI Pro. Now, don't get me wrong, Google AI Plus is still a very good plan, but there are some important differences you need to know. For example, Google AI Plus gives you 400 gig of storage, while Google AI Pro gives you 5 terabytes. With Google Flow, Plus gives you 200 credits every month, while Pro gives you 1000 credits. Plus also has lower usage limits. You get 2 times higher usage limits in Germany compared to the free plan, while Pro gives you 4 times higher usage limits. So, if you're a content creator who uses Google Flow heavily to create AI videos, these differences is something you should pay attention to, because the 200 Flow credits can finish much faster than the 1000 credits available on Pro. The good news is that you're still getting access to many powerful Google AI tools for free as an eligible student. And if you decide not to get the Plus offer, you can get the Pro offer for 7,400 Naira only for people in Nigeria. It will be equivalent to the amount in your particular country for the AI Pro version. So if you're someone who uses the AI a lot, you can decide to go for the Pro version instead. I just want you to understand exactly what you're getting so you don't go into the activation process expecting one plan and end up getting another. Now that we've cleared that up, let me talk about my own experience, because I know this is what a lot of you have been waiting for. When I tried to verify for the offer with my first email, I discovered that some of the documents I had didn't fit neatly into the requirements. For example, I had a school fees receipt, but it was older than the date range being requested for. They were requesting for an ID card or an information that is not more than 90 days ago, and I've paid my school fees for over 5 months now. And secondly, my school ID card does not contain an expiration date, so I could not submit it. So I had to look carefully at the verification requirements and check my available documents to upload. What I learned from the process is that before you even start, you should check your documents. Maybe they meet the requirement. Don't just assume, because at the end of the day, you may upload and they will not accept it. I know I mentioned in my previous video that I was going to create another tutorial showing you how to make an ID card specifically for the verification process if you're not a student. However, after posting the video and looking more carefully into the requirements, I decided I wasn't comfortable creating a tutorial that could encourage people to create or alter documents just to pass verification. So I'm not going to make that tutorial. What I will continue to do is share useful resources, explain these offers, and show you legitimate ways to make the most out of them. By the way, I already have an old tutorial on this channel where I showed you how to design ID card. I have linked it in the description of this video for anyone who needs it. See you in my next video.